Vahe Gregorian State of the game ratings surge even as scandal lingers over NCAA Tournament. Way back then, the conspiracy actually was shocking, only to be left to fester and enable more brazenness. At least, until it all could no longer be willfully ignored because of the ongoing FBI probe that led to the Adidas college basketball corruption trial last year that exposed the underbelly of the game. The related AA. Not to be outdone, Kentucky coach John Calipari said So Calipari suggested this could be a time of cleansing, and a pivot point for the NCAA to say how. But just how is another matter, even as the looming issue is freshly reprised with the recent allegations that Nike is engaged in the same practices, albeit allegations tinged by the pesky fact accuser Michael Avenatti, who was arrested and charged with attempted extortion. And just how, when its most effective enforcement tactic seems to be relying on wiretaps and the FBI. In the moment, the reality is this lament a methodical method of cheating has flourished for too long and warped the game and our sense of what and who to believe in. Even if this gets that it does, making for a confounding time for those who love the game. Just when we want, then again, as a longtime Power Conference athletic director put it to me when I asked recently if he felt the game was in trouble. Yes, he said, pausing, smiling and adding, but. The but is that scandals in all, television ratings for the opening rounds of the NCAA tournament are tied for their highest since 1991 and that most fans still care more about their program winning than whether it's ethically compromised. How many followers are remotely bothered by the fact that every coach here, and many in the Sweet 16, has faced scrutiny about events under his jurisdiction and that 3 have been strongly disciplined in the past by the NCAA. The exception is North Carolina, which went unpunished for a spectacularly sprawling academic scandal largely on the defense that non-athletes were involved, to a notable contrast to Missouri getting blasted for the trespasses of one rogue tutor. Calipari's final 4 appearances at Massachusetts and Memphis were vacated. Sampson was so how to process their words on the State of the Union is in the eye of the beholder, really, particularly considering the conflict the topic must present with the stakes they all hold. Each view perhaps comes with its own asterisks and spin and grains of salt while also providing some points worth pondering, lest we see this all too cynically. No.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.